Falling in Slow Motion is a story about two people that both have experienced pain and they're both going through loss, and they find each other through a twist of fate and let their walls down and fall in love. And one of those characters, Joni, has a chronic illness, and I based that character off my own experience with a chronic illness called rheumatoid arthritis.
When Sarah started writing this script for Falling in Slow Motion, and she told me that it was based centrally around herself and her own journey with rheumatoid arthritis, it instantly piqued my interest, because this is a disease that needs to be publicised more. There needs to be more education about it. And then when Sarah asked me or invited me to direct the film, it just made me feel so privileged.
I remember reading the script and just being blown away by just how unique this story was, of chronic illness, and then to find out that it was based on true events, throughout Sarah's life, really just kind of took things to another level.
I personally don't really know or understand a lot of that side of society, people with disabilities and that sort of stuff, and I don't think it's really represented that much. This sort of movie is it's perfect for now, and I think it's definitely highlighting some very, very good issues that aren't necessarily talked about.
What I've learned through Sarah and through being close friends with her and watching her journey is that rheumatoid arthritis is actually quite invisible at times. So for Sarah to write a film about this disease, and not only the physical limitations, but also the emotional limitations that a sufferer has to go through, I think is vitally important.
It's a story that a lot of people go through, and a lot of people can certainly empathise with and relate to, and the fact that it isn't spoken about in widestream, whether it be entertainment or media, is quite disheartening, and it's really exciting to be able to bring something so serious to light in such a way that we can approach it in being a romantic comedy.
When you have an illness like this, you can feel very much like it defines you and defines who you are as a person. I wanted to make sure that I could tell a story that was warm and funny and relatable, and gave a voice to people living with a condition like mine, and a little bit of hope as well, to see the character just living a normal life and falling in love and not succumbing to their illness.
I think there was just a really nice balance in terms of the themes and topics that were explored within a familiar kind of framework. So there's a good balance of, it's a love story, boy meets girl, it's cute, and it's a romantic comedy, and people will be laughing or crying and whatnot. But I think there's a good balance in covering the realistic portrayal, or as realistic as possible portrayal when it comes to things like chronic pain and dealing with the things that come along with it, because sometimes when you might not always get the two combined together in film or in things that you may watch, but I feel like there was a really good balance between the two, and I feel like it makes for interesting characters and interesting stories, and ways for it to deviate and twist and turn. And also with Sarah, I haven't worked with Sarah before, but I've seen some of her past work, and I feel like there's a real earnestness to her approach to filmmaking and producing and writing. I think she captures kind of emotions quite well. So I look forward to jumping into that world and being a part of it.
I'm really fortunate to have the love and support of so many people in my life, and to be working with not only some of my closest friends, but some of the most talented people that I know is amazing. And to have them all come together to help me make this film, it's a dream, and
I'm really, really blessed and grateful to have those people in my life.
I honestly believe that this is something that the audiences are going to see and are going to be able to see something different, something fresh, something that's exciting, but also it's going to hit you here. You know what I mean? It's just, Sarah's story is just something that you could write a book on, you know what I mean? But instead we're making a film, and I'm really glad we are.
To be able to bring Sarah's story to life is something that I'm truly humbled to be given the opportunity for, to be entrusted in such a personal process. So I think we're all really excited to do Falling in Slow Motion justice, because we all really want this story to be told.
I think if you have people around you that love you and support you and they don't let you fall too deep, you really can achieve anything. And so for me, making this project, it gives me a sense of purpose and direction, and it makes me feel, it just brings me a lot of joy. And when I'm doing something that makes me happy, the illness takes a back step. And I am Sarah the writer, Sarah the producer, Sarah the actor, not Sarah the patient. Sarah the person that needs taken care of. And it's very empowering and exciting, and it means a lot to me.